And up next here, we got another really fun matchup between two guys that I think are going to go out there and finish each other in the first round. I don't really see this fight going very long. I think the best bet to target on this fight would be the under, honestly. Mike Malott against Yohan Lainesse. Both these guys are Canadians, and they both bring it, man. I mean, if you look at these guys in the first round, they're throwing heavy. They're sitting down on their punches, and they're really trying to knock you out. So it's going to be a super banger, in my opinion. And when you look at how both these guys fight, I think Yohan is a little bit trickier, but Malott is a lot more technical. Yohan Lainesse, he has a really long reach. He is very mobile, and he likes to move around on the outside, almost run a lot, and then explode in with these punches. And if you do stick in the pocket with him, he has explosive power in both hands. That left hook that he lands is just vicious, and he could just put your lights out unconscious. So he's dangerous on the inside, and he runs away and tries to pull you into shots, has decent kicks too, and he can wrestle a little bit. So all that makes him a pretty hard guy to deal with. But Lainesse tends to get tired with all that movement, all that exploding in and out, throwing heavy punches, and he starts to get a little bit more wild, looping shots, not as technical, straight down the middle. He starts to lower that movement, and fighters can get inside on him, start ripping him to the body, to the head, and exposing his kind of weaknesses in terms of technical striking on the inside. And that's where I think Mike Malott's going to want to be. Mike Malott is someone that's mobile as well. He has that wide stance, bounces in and out, but he wants to be more in the pocket, pick his shots, and he's more of a sniper. He'll either land, heavy overhands, heavy hooks, and more one strikes at a time, and he can kind of catch you. And he doesn't have the same knockout power that Lainesse has, where he's putting guys unconscious, but he has big power himself, where he could drop you and submit you, or TKO you like we saw with Mickey Gall. And I think he's a little bit more sharp with this counter strikes, a little bit more technical. But both these guys get hit. And one thing about Malott, man, I mean, the guy gets hit way more than I think people say. I mean, I've seen barely anyone going with Lainesse this week. But when you look at Mike Malott, I mean, he's got knocked out in the past. He got rocked and dropped against Solomon Renfro early in the fight. He got rocked against Mickey Gall. He, in my opinion, he gets hit quite a bit. And he gets hit clean. And early on, he goes for it in the first round and really tries to get that finish. And against Lainesse, that's a dangerous thing to do, man. I mean, we've seen him separate fighters from their consciousness badly. And I just feel like Malott's going to get caught here, man. I think if it goes to the ground, Malott's going to have a big advantage. I think it's tough to trust either fighter down the stretch. I mean, are you really going to trust Mike Malott's cardio? I mean, the guy hasn't been out of the first round in ages, man, and he hasn't fought at this weight out of the first round. He really pushes the high pace and goes for it too. So I'm almost favoring Lainesse as the fight goes longer, just because he's been there at this weight and a lot more recently, even though he doesn't have great cardio either. But I think Yohan Lainesse is going to come out here. I think it's going to be a first round finish. I think he's going to knock him out in the first round. So plus 700 for that, I'm definitely down with that. I think that's a great bet on Lainesse there. And if Malott wins, I think he's going to win, be a first-round club and silver knockout too. So I think the under's a good one on this one. I think it's going to be a quick fight where they go in here, exchange a little bit. Whoever lands first is probably going to hurt the opponent and get the victory. But I think Lainesse is a little bit bigger, a little bit more durable. He hits harder, and I think he's going to catch Malott and put him out cold.